Hi friends, and welcome to my video. I'm Brittany, and today's message is actually going to be titled, I don't even know what it's going to be titled yet. It might be called Run These People by God, but this is a confirmation word, and this word actually comes from a dream that I had last week, so I'm sorry I'm actually putting it out a little late. I've been enjoying my family for the holidays, and so I'm coming on to do the word now, and so I just want to actually just tell you guys that the season that God has planned for a lot of his children, there's some people that can't go. There's some people that can't go because they don't want to see you there. There's some people that can't go because they're comfortable and they're keeping you stuck in a particular moment. So these people really haven't did anything to you, but God is just saying disconnect yourself so that you can refocus and realign, because although they may be content where they are, God is trying to take you somewhere else, and they're just not going to be able to go. This is the season of everybody can't go. It's just, that's just what it is, okay? And if you don't separate yourself, then you are pretty much putting yourself in a position to where you're the reason for the stagnancy on your own life, because a lot of the times we can't even come into certain blessings that God look at people's heart. Okay. And so one of the things about discernment is if you love somebody, your discernment about them will be off, especially if they're wrong. And if you love them, it helps to block the discernment about them. So whether this is a relationship where you feel like you just know something is not right, but you can't always put your hand on it because you love that person, this is where you ask God, you have to pray and ask God to show me who this person is in the spirit, because if you think that you're missing some, chances are, whether this is a relationship or a friendship, chances are you're probably missing something, okay? So I am going to get into this dream that I had last week. Who it's about is not important, but I am going to get into the dream and the message of the dream that God laid it on me. So some people need to be cut off. This message could also be titled, cut these people off. Okay, so that you can go forth into your destiny. And you don't have to, when I say cut somebody off or they can't go with you, sometimes you just got to separate yourself. Like, y'all still cool, but like, I can't hang down there. I can't go down there. I can't do what y'all doing. We can't sit on the phone every day, all day, because I got stuff to do. Just those sort of things, right? And so I had this dream that I was in a car with somebody. And this person I had asked God about. And so God had showed me that I was being witchcraft oppressed by this person. Now, I feel like it was God now, but at the grand scheme of things, like, this is a person that I know actually practices. This is a person that I have been running by God. And so in the grand scheme of things, when I had the first dream to cut this person off, I thought it was maybe the enemy giving me this dream, because I feel like, what? Like, this person, a good person. But my discernment says something was off with this person, but I just didn't know what. I just know, like, my spirit, like, ever since I had that dream, like, my spirit was never really settled with this person. And when you have that feeling, you can either ask God to reveal this person to you in the spirit, or you can stick around and figure out why. So I didn't want to, I don't want to learn no more lessons. So I asked God about it, and I kind of let it go. But I kind of would still talk with this person. And so it came forth that I had another dream, and this was just last week. And I had a dream that me and this person were in a car with someone else. So the person that's driving dropped us off. And so we're getting ready to cross over this body of water to get to the other side. Why we swam across the water, I cannot tell you. Okay. Why we didn't just go around, I don't know. Okay. But I proceed to jump in the water to swim to the other side. Now, let me just tell you, I just learned how to swim last month on my birthday in Jamaica. The Jamaicans have a lot of patience. I was in the 7 Mile Beach in Jamaica, and they taught me how to swim. This just happened last month. I'm not comfortable enough to jump off of anything into the water. Okay. So with that in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, as I get in this water to swim, I see this huge black snake. But the snake is not bothering me, okay? So I don't perceive it as a danger. I perceive this water and drowning as a danger, because I'm like, last time I remember I was swimming, like, I was tired. I hope I can make it to the other side. These are the things that I'm thinking about, but I do see this snake in my peripheral. And as I jump in the river, or this body of water, the person jumps in the water as well. So I'm swimming. Okay, somebody that in real life just learned how to swim. But I get to the other side and I'm like, you know what? That's all right. And I'm looking at the water. But when I actually get out of the water, I'm able to see the snake for what it was. When I say huge, okay, it was a huge black snake at that. And this person that jumped in the water behind me was flapping. And I'm like, does this person not know how to swim? Like, what's happening? Now the snake is coming towards the person. Ain't nothing I can do. Okay, so I get my phone, and in the dream, I'm calling the police. And I'm on the phone with the police, and the police is annoyed. Like, so basically, you're calling the police on the snake. I'm like, ma'am, the snake is big enough to eat my whole body. Like, y'all need to come and save them. Like, and so I don't know what even happened after that, because I ended up separating from the person and getting in the car with some more people. So this is the only part of the dream that I want to talk about, where God is saying everybody can't go. And if you have a suspicion about somebody and feeling like they can't go, run the person by God. Because like sometimes, you know, like them weird vibes and all of that, like you be trying, if you try to disassociate yourself from that, then you have to deal with like, did I do something wrong? Was it me? When I start going to God in prayer and asking him to reveal to me who they are in the spirit, my life changed. And my circle turned to a dot. So this is something that's actually really, really important. So, God started to reveal to me, like, can I be any more clear? We know what the snake is. These are hidden dangers. These are things like showing like, yeah, your discernment is right. It might be a little bit off because I know you might care about this person, but something ain't right about this person. I'm trying to give you the warning before the final destruction, okay? So some of the signs and symptoms of people that may be holding you back, or you need to run these people by God. I'm not saying automatically cut them off, and I'm not saying cut them off brutally. Sometimes we just need to separate ourselves for our peace, okay? Our mental clarity and our own peace, okay? But it's people that's holding you back, people that you know talk about you behind your back, and as evidence of, they talk about everybody else. So you the topic of discussion when they hang up the phone. You don't feel right about them. It's just like something just off. Even though everything all good, you just feel like something off. This person could be displaying some secret competition that's just you starting to notice. It could be like just weird vibes. People that want good until you're doing better than them. Those who make you feel small, just try to put everything that you do or think in a small space. When you are around people, like if things like stop happening for you after you tell somebody something. So like after you tell somebody your good news, then you notice that things are starting to dwindle away. After you tell them about your relationship and y'all kiki about it, then you notice that they laughing when you call them back, and you say, oh, okay, well, it didn't work. Or you tell them about the loan or something, and then all of a sudden now you're not approved. Like things like that. Like just start paying attention. Okay, if you begin to feel drained when you're around this person, or when you get back home after being around this person, or after you hang up the phone, you just feel like, I done just gossiped so much. I done just, did the most. Like, I can't do nothing but go to sleep. Like, that's not a good sign. If you're around them, if you just feel like this dark continence, because we know that the light irritates the darkness. Okay. So if you just feel like, that's the best way I can explain it. Like a dark continence when you're around somebody, like you don't feel joy. You just feel like almost like doom and gloom when you're around this person. If this person is constantly in the gossip, drama, just messy, non-productive, constantly in this lack of motivation or lack of ambition, just kind of slothful place. Anything that you just feel like it just ain't right. I feel like you owe it to yourself just to run these people by God and ask God to expose how this person is in the spirit. But another thing is, when you do this, be ready, okay? Because when you ask God, like, be ready, okay? Because I didn't have to cut off some people that, I wasn't expecting to cut off. And then as evidence that God told me to cut them off, when I cut them off, the real colors, the real true colors actually started to come out. I'm like, okay, you know what, God, you was right. Okay, so now every time he talk, I listen, okay? So friendships, relationships, ask God to reveal how this person is in the spirit, how it is that God sees them in the spirit, and then start to pay attention, and then start to move accordingly, okay? It's going to start off with red flags, then, God will try to reach you in your dreams and tell you like something's not right. And once you start having them dreams, you don't have to just automatically cut people off. I know some of y'all savage and you like, nope, I feel you ain't right. I done had a dream about this, you gone. But for those people that's like, you want to be more sure, especially if it's hard for you to come across quality people and these people have been around you your whole life and things like that, you want to make sure that you're actually hearing from God. And just like I said, pray about these people, run these people by God, and have God to reveal to you how it is that he sees them in the spirit so that you can move accordingly and you can get into the promised land and you don't have to worry about any more stagnancy or delay, and you can move forth with clarity and mental peace. Okay. So some people, it's time, right? It's time to start cutting some people off. Everybody can't go. Now, am I saying this because I want y'all to be lonely and miserable? But when God removes somebody, you'll have peace about it. When God removes somebody also, once you're out of the equation, especially relationships, but relationships are friendships. Once you're out of the equation, when you know it's God, you will be able to look back on that situation and be like, you know what, God, you was right. And I'm going to listen to you from now on. Like, it's just like one of those things. So in this a new season, because we're going into 2024, okay? This is the last couple of months of 2023. And, God wants his children to be fruitful. And God wants his children to be able to go into their promised land. And God wants his children to be able to just be free, be free and just have peace and actually have genuine people around them. And God don't want some of the people that we are connected to be connected to your God ordained help, your God ordained spouse, your God ordained friendships that are supposed to help carry you and bring things to the table that you actually need to grow. But God don't want these people to mix either. So not only could it be a deterrent to your future, but this could also be a deterrent to your future God ordained destiny helpers. So it's very important that you guys do this and you run these people by God and you be willing to chop when God hands you the scissors so that you can move forth in peace and clarity. Okay. I've had to do it. We've all at some point had to do it. And sometimes it just really needs to be done. So run these people by God. It's a confirmation word for somebody. People can pretend well. And like I said, if you love people, it can be harder to see their ways. And that's when you might have to get God involved and just ask, please reveal to me who this person is in the spirit, so that you can go forth. And, maybe he'll send you dreams, or maybe he'll just send you obvious red flags and you like, nah, I gotta walk away from this. But either way, when it comes from God, you'll have peace about it. So that's how you know. So that's the message, y'all. Cut these people off. We're going into 2024 with a clear mind and with the people that God has ordained us to be with. And that's the message. Bye.